What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are checking out the new sci-fi survival game from 11-Bit Studios. It is The Alters. This is the same studio behind This War of Mine, which is a all-time survival game in my opinion, and Frostpunk, which I know is very highly regarded as well, even though I have not played it. I spent about 30 in-game days with this game, and let me tell you, it was a really wild ride, really unique concept. It's unlike any other survival game in the genre and popular that I'm aware of. But I'm not sure that it lived up to its full potential in my opinion, so I'm going to kind of discuss why. This is going to be another sort of freestyle video similar to the RE4 video if you have seen it. The Altar starts off, you're playing as the protagonist Jan Dulski. He is a space miner who crash landed on a hostile planet alone, and you have a giant wheel. That's your base. You have a giant wheel. It's pretty cool. It's somewhere in this video, you'll see it. But he has no resources. He doesn't really know how to survive. He's just there to do his job. So you have to figure that out, cooperating with the science people that launched this mission in the first place. And they want you to collect some rubidium, which is how you run pretty much everything in the base, including your quantum computer, which will allow you to make alternate versions of yourself from like different dimensions, different timelines. Say they followed your dad's footsteps in his job, so there's a mining version of you, just depending on what kind of job you need done. It's an incredibly unique concept. Like if you need a miner, you've got that one. If you need a scientist, there's one who is apparently like top of his class or something like that. I don't know. You can make one for whatever it is that you specifically need, and you're just managing a crew of you. Just different personalities based off of the different choices in their life. It actually gets kind of depressing at times with the way they interact with each other and the way things went bad for some but good for others. It's really interesting, and that to me is the primary driver for this game. It's what makes me want to continue playing. I just think the whole concept's really awesome. And I want to make it clear, 11-bit games have always looked great, but this, they're really punching above their weight class here. Looks awesome, especially it's a different kind of gameplay from the other games that I've experienced from them. This one does still have that base building aspect to it, and I'm sure I've included that in the video as well. But the third person kind of, not really over the shoulder, the higher third person camera, traditional survival camera, that's different for them, and I think they did really good with that. Where my issues come into play, I believe we kind of had, we were lacking something somewhere in this game, and that's my biggest issue. Some of the world felt a little empty. The days didn't feel long enough, but at the same time, it's a survival game, and the day length was pretty much the only stressful part about it for me. I only played, like I said, 30 days, but there wasn't enough time. That was the only stressful thing, but it wasn't stressful in a good way. If that makes sense. And like I said, it was really the only challenge. I would have liked some more in-depth stuff, and maybe later in the game that was going to come. That's why this is kind of a first impressions review, but that's where I felt like it was lacking. But that was countered by the personalities and the voice acting for each of these Jan Dulskis. Of course, all voiced by the same person, but all of the personalities were so vastly different that most of my fun in the game actually come when it was in the base building part. When you were interacting with these clones, when you were joking with them, trying to solve their problems. At one point, one of them cuts his arm off because he lost his arm in his timeline, and now he has like a reverse phantom pain because he has it in our clone version. It's weird. But it's really good. It's the highlight of the game. I absolutely enjoy every bit of that, and that's why I want this game to do well. I want to see it expanded on. I want to see it be a part of this concept, be a part of a bigger, better executed game with an even higher budget. But really the biggest issue I had was the day length, and the world did feel empty. I do think we could have dove a little bit deeper with the altar system. I think, some deeper, more meaningful conflicts, or over-the-top conflicts maybe. It was like we never really broke past the initial barrier of, whoa, we're two different us's, so I dislike this and you like it. Like, I would have liked to have maybe got a little deeper than that. And the survival mechanics, they were solid. It just got repetitive, especially with how quick the days went by and how quickly you went through those materials. Moving around on the giant wheel, that was fun. I enjoyed seeing that. I enjoyed packing up and rolling out, you know. It was just, I had a good time. It was a good game, and if you're into survival games, you're probably going to like this. And I should have prefaced the video saying I'm not a big survival guy. I do intend to go back and finish this game. I don't want anything I said negatively to take it as this is a bad game. There were just a few issues with it I felt like, you know, needed to be spoke about as well. But overall, it was a good game. I really enjoy 11-Bit Studios. This War of Mine, like I said, is one of my favorite survival games of all time. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. I know it wasn't our normal video. Me and DaVinci Resolve have beef right now, so I wasn't going to get this done in a timely manner with the ideas that I had, so we just kind of went freestyled, move on to the next one, and keep figuring out DaVinci Resolve as we go. So thank you guys for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Let me know what you think of the altars down below. Don't forget to subscribe and go check out the Patreon. It's only $5 a month. You'll get exclusive reactions, rants, polls, community things, exclusive videos,